Hey everyone, we're here at Gracie's garden. Gracie's my oldest, and this is her first year planting the whole garden herself. And this is my family here, and we just did a quick little project with the E-Ox, planting potatoes. And so we're excited. The E-Ox has been a nice part for just the ease of kind of our home garden for us to be able to maintain easier, and for me coming home from work, for you while you're home. And just a much simpler system for us to maintain as a family. So hope you enjoy it, and let us know if you have any questions. So we're about at the tail end of the season here. Carrots are out, and what else do we have planted in there, Gracie?
We have some sunflowers and zinnias and marigolds, and some peppers and tomatoes. That's about all we have right now.
Well, what did we have earlier too? We had some.
Oh yeah, we had carrots and we had beans. We had a lot of zucchini, too much of zucchini. And then we had peas, but they got a little too crispy. We still have flowers, yeah.
So pretty good season. So this is actually Gracie's, like, she planned the garden 100% herself this year, and we kind of just helped. So some of the kids helped, Mariah and myself helped. And actually the E-Ox was a huge help this year because
so we didn't have to weed in between all of the rows.
A lot easier for the weeding, for sure. We're gonna switch up some things next year a little bit. What was some things that worked? What was maybe some challenges last year?
Well, the peas were challenged because we planted them a little too late, and we also didn't have anything to like shade them, so they got really crispy in the sun. So next year we should probably plant them earlier and have something to shade them. And we definitely need less zucchini next year because we had like 8 plants and like...
So we get pretty full sun on this garden. So what I did was, I kind of just pre-marked it out so it's a little easier for today here, but I have these stakes with a string here. And then I marked, we like 24-inch spacing with the E-Ox because it gives a lot of room to move in between. Whether you're cultivating over top of it or mid-season, when stuff's kind of starting to canopy a little bit more, you can still get in for a good amount of time. Obviously, when stuff's full grown, you can't get through. So this is kind of my corner. I'll have some more permanent stuff I'll put in, but I marked every 24 inches. And I'm actually, for today, we're gonna mark, I put these marks here, and this is where we're gonna do our potatoes. So I'll run the E-Ox on each side, and that will create the furrow right about at this mark here for the 24-inch spacing. So I got these little sticks here that the kids will be able to use to help space out their potato plantings. We're not gonna be messing with it really. It's just I'm gonna run the wheel just right alongside here.
Yeah.
And then the furrow is gonna end up being right about here. So like I said, the E-Ox has been really a big help for us this season. Made it a lot easier for myself when I'm coming home, but also Gracie can run it some, and for Mariah as well. It works really well because I've got DeWalt batteries for all of my other tools. As you can see, you know, your impact drivers and chainsaws and everything. And so for me, just being able to pop those in there, I always have some that are charged, and that makes it much easier. So pretty simple what we're doing today. We're just, again, creating the furrows and dropping potatoes in. If you've grown potatoes, you know it's not the most challenging thing to put in, but to do the rows and the furrows by hand, it can be a job. So this is kind of a nice way to do that, much easier. That's not actually half bad. We probably can just do that one time. So with the 24-inch spacing, this can go in between. Early stage, we can straddle over top if we need to, but obviously you don't have a ton of height, and these are shorter hillers, but you can also go then in between the rows. We'll flip these You can flip them or push them out, and you can hill up the rows on the outsides. So it's kind of a nice way to still be able to utilize it if you have the right spacing. If you go too tight, then you can't do that as well. So a couple inches deep, and then we'll hill it up and allow more space for the potatoes to keep growing.
See this, like these little parts here? It's like the eye, and you want to face it like this, but then you have to like space it like this. Okay, Rue, put this down. Okay, Emmy, put this down. Put it down right there, right beside the potato. Move it a little bit more towards it. Good job. Now put, yeah, that's the eye. Put it right there. Okay. Now take this one, put it right beside the potato, and then here you go.
There you go, we got 2 of those sticks, so you guys can keep, we got 2 rows here. So pretty easy to keep moving, and a simple process for the kids to help, really. You see how easy and quick it was just to do 1 row with that, and to do it by hand with the shovel, or to do it even with a wheel hoe pushing. It's just a lot less energy expended for that. So that's nice for when you're trying to work it around different schedules.
You want it to be, let's find that guy right here. Then can you put this guy right next to the potato, right next to it? Yes, right there. Then we need to get another potato.
There you go.
I got it.
Okay, here.
Is that the A?
Yes. Here. And then here.
Okay, quickly, hurry. You drop it.
Then. Okay, here we go, another one. Put it down. Here.
Nice part with a lot of this tooling, we have Haas tools on a lot of the base parts here, and really most of it can be used with the 9/16 wrench. And so in this case, we're furrowing with this. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna swap it, so now we're gonna hill and cover the potatoes. So again, back to the versatility on this type of unit. You know, we had chisel points that we ran on this thing. We had an oscillating hoe that we ran on this, and all of them could be adjusted easily. You could run over top an area, like if you're doing in between a path very simply, or you could straddle a row at an early stage for the crops. Woo.
Gotta go like this. Get all of the potatoes.
Well, we did what? We did 24-inch spacing last year, and it worked really well. And then we would skip a row for when we had like tomato plants and stuff like that.
because they grow like bigger.
Yeah, but
'Cause otherwise
we didn't do
you'd be like-
potatoes. This is our first time ever doing potatoes.
Yeah.
And I think it fits in our spacing overall. 24 inches is a good spacing, but I just think to just make it a little easier on the E-Ox with the height differences where wheel's gonna be riding. I think if we do it again next year, maybe I'd do 30 inches or something for the potato spacing. But otherwise, we get cleaned up again, level out probably in between a little bit. That way, we got flat ground again. We'll be able to keep kind of hilling up in between. So that'll be overwintered stuff, and then next season you got a whole new plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun to. It's fun to see all the stuff come out of it. You couldn't believe how many zucchinis came out of it. Well, you planted 8 plants, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this won't give too much. Oh yeah, it gives a ton.
Every single plant succeeded very well. Thrived very well. So we can grow
Well,
zucchinis very well here. We'll see what else. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for watching, and again, if we have questions, just give us a call.